Two. Hiya, and welcome to this week's edition of Hit the Bar. Tonight I'm joined by Matty and Paul and Bryan, who's been wild camping in the garden since last week, and we've not let him on, so he's back here
raining again.
I think we should start off really with what was, to me, a surprise, superb win away at Lincoln. I honestly didn't go there with much hope, particularly after the Barrow result. But fantastic performance, Matty.
Oh, superb. I mean, I justified not going and thought, brilliant, I've made the right choice. It's not a great draw. They're mid-table League One. And then when we went 1-0 down, I was like, I made the right decision. I hope the lads have a good day out. I'm glad I didn't go. And then when Bloxham scored, I was like, get in.
Yeah.
Should have gone. But there you go.
But, I mean, Paul, Lincoln, a good side. You know, they're going well in League One. They're not just any old League One side. They're going really well. No, and showed it on the day.
Yeah. For the first 20-25 minutes, they were the only team in it as far as I was concerned. And when they scored early, we're thinking, it's going to be a long afternoon. But once we'd got our goal back in the second half, for anybody that didn't know, they wouldn't have been able to have told which was the League Two team. Yeah. We matched them and we out-battled them. Yeah. I think in the end we deserved it.
Yeah, and we've said previously, there's performances coming from all over the team. You know, we've had a hat-trick from Michael Mellon. Before that, we've had JJ McKinnon playing really well. Bloxham has been consistently good, but I think just slipped probably below his best over a couple of recent weeks. But again, superb in the Lincoln game, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the Bloxham goal, what a ball from Ellie King that is. When you look at it, it's superb. I think we missed him a little bit. Yeah. That final ball hasn't been quite right, but now he's back in. On a good pitch, we mentioned the pitch at Barrow, but obviously better at Lincoln. Yeah. Maybe we'll talk about the sprinkler thing in a minute. We were on about it before we came.
He just links up well, doesn't he? He sort of links the wide men with the forwards quite well.
You look at it, we're scoring goals from everywhere, but assists are coming from all over as well. It's not just the goal. I agree with Matty. I thought it was going to be a tough one, that game. Our record there's not great, to be honest. I think I was there when we did win once, but it seems a long time ago. Are they between managers now? I think they are. I think they are, aren't they?
They're expecting, what's his name to go back. A lot of the fans want Crowley back.
Oh yeah, Cowley, the Cowley brothers, yeah. So I think it was good timing for us that they were kind of like not settled in that way. But that Sorensen's a quality player, so we did well to keep him at bay. And
I know Derek picked him out and a couple of the others as well. Player, you did feel afterwards that we're beating a good team there. Yeah. You know, it's not just somebody who's sort of lost form over the last month or anything like that. They're a good side and we beat them well in the end.
I mean, if I can add one thing, we were talking about fitness levels last week and Derek mentioned them again this week. We had the hard game on that cabbage patch at Vale, to be honest. It was a terrible pitch. And they've gone there, and second half, I didn't go to the game, Paul went to the game, but what I've heard, we dominated that second half. Paul, was that right?
Yeah, second half, we looked like the only team that would win.
Do you think you two were there? Do you think having those 2 seasons in League One has made us better for facing League One sides? Because I think a couple of years ago we would have competed as well in that.
Yes, but then again, the players we've got now didn't play in League One. A lot of them, it's as though they're not frightened.
Yeah.
Whereas before, when we first went up to League One, it was, these are League One players. Yeah. But these young lads, they've just got no fear.
They're not scared of anyone. I didn't go, actually.
Yeah.
I was same as you. I had something on in the evening, of course, and I didn't make it, but...
Yeah, they play with no fear and they've got points to prove.
Yeah, it goes two ways with that, doesn't it? The young players, you can either be blooded too early, but Derek made an astute point when he said he likes players coming in that are from football families, like Mickey Mellon and his dad. And I think that's an astute point he made there, because the players we brought in, they're not phased. As Paul said, they're not scared. Last season, we tried to set up and on the counter attack, then we defend in hope to grab something. But this lot, they just want to score goals, they want to play football, and I think that fear factor's gone, right?
And it's exciting to watch, isn't it? I mean,
that was great.
Again, we were all there, weren't we, waiting for the draw. And I'm sure Wycombe would have been the same, and they'll have gone, they've got a home draw. But how do you see that one, Matty? Similar type. I mean, I looked and I think they're right next to Lincoln in the league, so nothing to fear. But
nothing to fear, and again, excellent. But this is us, isn't it? Now you're going into go. Well, we got it. No, it's you won that third round to get to the second round and not progress to the third and get the money spinner. That's the killer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I was saying earlier to Matt, I looked at it slightly different. Wycombe, it's not brilliant, but there's a 95% chance it's going to be at 3 o'clock on the Saturday. It's not going to be moved for telly, so people that want to go will be able to get there. Yeah. We can plan what we're going to do. They're beatable. We've got a good record at Adams Park.
That's true, that,
And my only concern is there again between managers.
Yeah.
And I think Wycombe fans are expecting Ainsworth back. So
and you don't know how that if it's a manager that they've not gelled with, and then suddenly they're released. We've seen it loads of times, haven't we? Bryan, when you heard that draw, what were you?
Massively disappointed, because I mean, how many miles have Swifts fans travelled already this season? Paul,
too many.
Who does a lot of driving? There's so much driving. Crikey, where you been? Colchester, we was Sutton, haven't we? God, we've been all over, haven't we?
Still a crawler to do.
Still crawling.
But anyhow, that's to come. This week, bit of news. Adam Mayer getting the Northwest Football Awards for promising newcomer. And he's beaten some good names there. As I see, there's lads there from Liverpool. Curtis Jones, I think, was on. And
Garnacho from United.
lads from City was on, wasn't he? So done really well. I mean, how do you see his development generally and this season?
I think he seemed to have to play him when he first played him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Through injury and suspension or through whatever. But boy, is he taking his chance, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's absolutely flourishing. I mean, I think this season we've seen a couple of times, unusually, a little dip. Well, I think that's because now we're so excited and we expect our expectations of him. As long as he doesn't get weighed down by our expectations.
And he's had a couple of little knocks, hasn't he? So he's played in games where maybe he's not 100% match fit, but there's still the quality there.
Yeah. I also think he's being played slightly out of position at the minute. He's being played more central, and I think his best position's out wide.
Yeah.
Give him the ball, go. Here we go.
What does he think his best position is?
I don't know.
We know.
And who's going to argue with that?
He'll say, "I'm happy to play wherever."
Exactly,
and he has shown that he can play. He can play right wing, left wing. He can play through the middle.
Yeah.
Wing back.
And he's played well at wing back. Yeah, I mean, do you see a bright future for him, Bryan?
Yeah, massive. Yeah. I mean, he's quite a strong lad already for his age. In terms of his physique. So he has had some knocks. I think it's a good point what you guys said. He has had a couple of knocks, injuries. So it's been a bit disruptive for him, but. Yeah,
well, it's still going to cost you a lot of money to get him, isn't it?
Let's hope so, yeah.
And then
something comes of that if we have to.
Another award that we should mention, nomination, of course, at this stage, but Derek for Manager of the Month. How do you see that one?
Wasn't jealous.
But do you think he'll get it first of all or not?
He might actually this time, but he deserves it, doesn't he? Look what he's doing.
I think it'll have surprised a lot of people, in the football world how well he's done. I don't think he will. I think I've been having a look at the sort of performances of the other nominations. I think Stockport Manager will win it. I think they've won every game.
Yeah.
Up until the Barra match, you might have said, but we lost that one and then we drew it home to Accrington.
That's in disguise, losing to Barra.
But
they had a good win, didn't they, in the cup? Beat Northampton.
Yeah, really good win.
If the Bucks win Barra again, if we'd have won that, he would have won it because we'd have been up to second, wouldn't we? So, I think that's a hell of an achievement.
Like you say, poison chalice sometimes.
It can be killing it.
If he gets it, lovely, but there's just I think Wrexham have won every game as well in October, so possibly not. One game that we can't look forward to now is these Crew at home, and in a couple of Saturdays' time, that's gone the way of the international call-ups. I think Mickey Mellon's the only one that's been confirmed at the moment, unless I've missed a bit of news. But it's looking likely that the others, Eli King and McKiernan and Adam Mayer will probably be in there as well. So yeah, I mean, a bit disappointing because we've not got an away game, not got a home game for a while.
Pitch will be good though, won't it?
It's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Clubs getting recognition with these players, but we're losing out with not getting the home games.
It depends how congested it gets, because we've still got another game to catch up on. We'll have another one. But is this the end of the international games for this year, like this November one?
I don't know. I think there might be some in the early New Year, but
so February maybe something.
Yeah.
So,
but Derek doesn't talk about congestion at the end. He's just, I think he's happy, for the lads that they're getting the international recognition, but what that says to other managers at other clubs.
Looking with young lads that want to put them out to places.
Bring them to us and they get international call, which is good for, if we're wanting any more loanees in January or whatever.
Sorry for interrupting. I was going to say, coming back to, Adam, come back to Adam Mayer. I think he's flourishing. He's at the right club at the right time.
Yeah.
I think if he'd gone to a fancy club or something like that, maybe he wouldn't be getting the games. He would be.
Plus, also, there's that really good camaraderie between the good, quick, skillful young lads there. We've got a few of the older heads there just to guide them a bit, but I think there's a really good spirit amongst those young lads.
Yeah, you just need a few years at that age to just settle down and play football. I mean, sometimes they can leave clubs too early to go a higher level and not play, just disappear off the radar. I think he's at the right club. He's on the Mayer, I think. And so I think Mickey Mellon's the same, isn't it? Surely.
Yeah. I'm sure
he wouldn't be doing. Yeah, he wouldn't be doing a lot at Burnley, would he? I don't think.
Well, Carlos went to Luton and didn't sit on the bench for a year.
There you go. That's
they're getting to play men's football as well.
Yeah.
There's got to be a difference between men's football and the academy football.
Well, we talked about last week, the Sutton game, didn't we? They must have learned. Those players must have played to learn more in that game than the whole season of reserve football.
Because they had to win in a different way.
It was just a totally different experience. They're never going to see in reserve football.
So, back across to that part of the country again on Saturday, Grimsby. How do you see that one? Are we going there confident?
Yeah. Everything we've said tonight. Come on, let's bring it on. Let's get some more points on the board.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're wrapped up because it's a cold ground.
That East Coast. I mean, there's a good chippy there, mate. Just like the corner outside. But, yeah. How you got that one, Paul?
Yes.
Are you driving?
Silly question. Yes.
Today's what I'm doing.
Oh yeah.
Go on, score predictions for that.
One of the nearer ones, isn't it, Paul?
Score predictions. I'll go first. I'll say comfortable 2-0 to us.
I'm going to go 1-0 to us. Comfortable. I think we're going to miss some chances.
2-1.
2-1.
I'm going to go 2-1 to us. Yeah.
There you are. Well, you heard it here first. That's our predictions for the Grimsby game. Those who are going, have a fantastic day. Otherwise, to everybody else, thanks to Matty, thanks to Paul, thanks to Bryan. I'm Glenn. We'll see you next week.